Hello everybody.
What's happening?
I know I've been away for a very long time and we are surrounded by strange days. As we know, today's video is not even related to Forex. I know that's the main theme of the channel, but it's a rant. I do have other interests as well, one of them being combat sport, and I'm going to be ranting about a fight that couldn't happen. A huge mega fight was supposed to happen this year. Khabib and Tony Ferguson. That couldn't happen, and as a fan it just breaks my heart. For those of you who are familiar with how things go, this was the fifth time the fight was scheduled. The fighting gods, as they say, wouldn't let it happen. So I just have my take on it, and let me know what you guys think. To begin with, I believe that things were going okay. They had the press conference where Khabib actually kicked Ferguson's belt. The last thing that I remember was the press conference, which was kind of animated, pretty entertaining. However, unfortunately, we couldn't get to see the fight. Now, there are several factors here, and I would like to go through them in order. So first of all, Khabib was nowhere to be seen. So he probably went to Russia, and then due to all the flights being cancelled and stuff globally due to the Rona, that was one of the issues. So I wouldn't blame Khabib that he was not in USA, he was in Russia at the time. My beef with the whole situation is that Tony Ferguson shouldn't have decided to fight. I understand that he's the fighter. There's Dana White. These guys make up all the plans and stuff, but in my opinion, the fight shouldn't have gone on. The fight between Ferguson and Gaethje, which was a replacement. And first of all, Tony would not want to waste his training sessions. So I understand that you've been training so hard, you want to fight. Second, I got the sense that Ferguson was proving to Khabib that, you know, you're a bitch. You kind of backed out of the fight, and I'm gonna fight Gaethje on, you know, like very short notice. So it's a way to diss Khabib, and I believe that Ferguson might have bit more than he could chew in this case, and unfortunately I would call it the karma of the universe, because I do not think that Khabib is an individual who would duck out of a fight or who would back down of a fight. I actually think Khabib would have won tremendously, in a tremendous fashion, just like he did against McGregor. So I don't think that Khabib is somebody who falls under pressure. The McGregor fight was proof that the guy can back up the way he walks around with his actions. So I don't think he would have folded. Things happen. You know, coronavirus happened. It's circumstances that nobody could have predicted. However, I think that since Ferguson tried to prove a certain type of narrative that Khabib, you know, might have been scared of me or something, this is karma's way of getting back to him by just getting him destroyed by a nobody. Now, I don't want to disrespect Gaethje. In the realm of kings, and the kings being Khabib and Ferguson, Gaethje was a nobody to me. Gaethje's lost to Poirier and stuff. Gaethje has a couple of losses. Gaethje just shocked everybody. He beat Ferguson in a brutal manner with no crowd. You know, I just don't understand why this fight had to be made. I cannot see why. So shouldn't Ferguson have been more mature and decided to not fight? I'm pretty sure somebody like Nate Diaz or other gangsters of the sports would have moved out. If they knew that, you know, their main opponent is backing out, they would have not fought as well, just out of respect. So Ferguson should have respected Khabib and should have said that, and the fans, and should have said, you know what, this is the fifth time we're trying to make a fight, and it's a mega fight, it's a huge fight. Since it's not happening, you know, let me take a break. We'll come back to this. Because even if you decide to go and fight Gaethje and win, do you think that Ferguson and Khabib would have been on the same schedule? No. I don't think so. Khabib would probably fight somebody else, and then they would be out of sync. I don't see why this fight had to be made. I guess I want to diss Dana White as well. As the manager, he should have the foresight. He should have had the vision to get the fans what they really want to see. I don't want to see Tony Ferguson fight Gaethje. I don't want to see Khabib fight Gaethje. I really don't want to see that fight. I wanted to see Khabib and Tony Ferguson. This was the fight to be made, and I think guys like Dana White, who are just business, you know, pure business, have ruined this for us. And even if Khabib and Ferguson do fight now, the hype has somehow died down. Ferguson just looked shitty with Gaethje, and even though in the fight with Khabib and Ferguson I would be siding with Khabib more, but now the hype has died down a little bit. I'm just sad. So it's my rant. frustration. I'm just upset. I'm upset at both Ferguson and Dana White. Ferguson for not understanding that as fighters they have limited hours in the ring. He shouldn't have wasted his hours with Gaethje. He has to look at the risk and reward ratio. What now? So he has Gaethje problems now. Is he going to fight Gaethje and win and then get back to Khabib? Is he just trying to get Khabib? I don't understand. So for Ferguson, things are complicated. Dana White, I blame him for not, as I said earlier, not thinking for the fans. He probably just wanted to prove to the world that UFC is doing events while we're in the coronavirus and things like this. I don't know, maybe he had a point to prove, but I think this backfired. Especially for the fans, we lost. At the end of the day, no disrespect. I mean, I don't want to take things away from Gaethje. He showed up. He got a big win. I think Gaethje deserves to fight Khabib. I will see any Khabib fight. I'm a huge fan. But I just feel heartbroken for the fight that we could have seen between Khabib and Tony Ferguson. Because now when it happens, it's not the same as it would have happened, without Ferguson getting the L. Because he was on a 9-fight win streak. So that's that. I had to get this out of my chest. Sorry for the late upload and the late video. Things have been all over the place. I lost like 2 accounts, I think, or 1 account, my Forex account, due to, I wouldn't say due to Corona, but I got into a Brent trade, and I'm just all over the place with my rules. I need to sit down, write down my shit, and move on. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys do follow UFC around, do you think we're gonna see a Ferguson-Khabib fight? What do you see the outcome being?
And take your season. I'm so tired.